General Hospital sees Michael Corinthos is the guy on the plane, and he is on his way back home to Port Charles from Germany, and his return is sure to be explosive. Now taking on the role is Rory Gibson. We're going to talk about how Michael's unexpected return sends shockwaves through Port Charles. Speculation on the new Michael Corinthos actor. So, we've got this mysterious man that we just saw on a jet, and he was watching Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, at the nurse's ball red carpet on a tablet. It's got to be Michael, right? We expected him back in Port Charles any day now anyway because of the constant name drops and the custody suit and the stuff that Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, is doing. And it seems pretty certain it is not Chad Duell in the role. General Hospital. Chad Duell moves on. He is starring in a play that just opened. He was showing off at the venue on his social media. Here's that photo. And he's taking a break, possibly a permanent one, from his role as Michael on General Hospital. Frank Valentini said they wouldn't recast, but it's not like they're going to tell us their plans. And since they never stopped the name drops, I think they always intended to recast. And we know from Robert Adamson that the character of Michael was going through a recast process at GH. He had filled in for Chad Duell as Michael several times. And apparently Robert Adamson wasn't asked to even read for the recast role, and he was pretty salty about it. Here's his post about it that he deleted, but you know, digital lasts forever. So there you go. And there's been a lot of chatter that it might be hunky soap actor Rory Gibson, who formerly played Noah Newman on Young and the Restless, in that role. Now, Rory hasn't been seen on Y and R in 2 years, and there's no sign he'll be back to the CBS soap as Noah. So maybe it's going to be Rory in the role. He is gorgeous, undeniably, but that has not been confirmed yet. And if it is Rory, it would be kind of interesting because Robert Adamson has also played Noah Newman on Y and R and appeared as Michael on GH. So just a fun little tidbit. Michael's explosive return and nurse's ball appearance on General Hospital. But no matter who it is, no matter who takes on the role of Michael, his return is going to shake up everything. And by the way, we have been told, of course, that somebody's crashing the nurse's ball, and it may be recast Michael, and we may even see him by the end of the week to some extent. My theory is that we might get him from the back. You know, everybody's reaction, oh my gosh, it's Michael, but we just don't see his face yet. So fingers crossed. Obviously, this is going to be explosive. I suspect there's going to be huge shockwaves, more than a few for several people. So let's take a look at the fallout ahead. General Hospital. Michael confronts Willow about the Germany clinic lie. Jumping in. First off, when Michael returns, he's probably going to be a little confused when his wife, Willow, confronts him about refusing to see her when she came to the clinic in Germany. I'm sure she's going to call Michael out on it at some point, sooner rather than later, and accuse him of not being willing to work with her about custody, not being willing to even talk to her. Willow shouted that same thing when Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, confronted her recently and was hitting at her. But I'm sure Michael will set the record straight because he never refused to see her. He didn't know she was there, and that should shock Willow and raise some questions. Of course, we all know that Drew, Cameron Matheson, bribed the lady at the German clinic to lie to Willow. And eventually that secret is going to come out, and Michael's return should give Willow a glimpse of Drew's sketchiness, as if it matters. I don't think it's going to make a dent, but still. Michael and Curtis team up to take down Drew. The second thing about Michael's return is that he might team up with Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, and they could decide no matter what they have to destroy Drew. Before Michael got all burned up, he and Curtis were still working on it. And Michael is going to want to take Drew down. I think now more than ever, especially since he's moved Willow and his kids into Drew's new house. I mean, the guy essentially stole Michael's life. And Curtis has got so many reasons to destroy Drew, like him actively blackmailing Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. Even if Curtis leaves Portia Robinson, Brooke care? For her lies, which it's feeling likely. I don't think he's going to want Drew to get away with the shady stuff he's doing. And Michael and Curtis conspiring again seems quite certain. General Hospital. Carly's custody meddling angers Michael. Also, Michael may be annoyed that Carly is plotting behind his back and manipulating the custody case, and she didn't even call Michael to tell him. Carly's pushing the hearing forward. Joss told Carly, "Tell Michael," but she refused. And Carly's adamant she's going to get her grandkids out of Drew and Willow's house. She doesn't care if Michael's mad at her. Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, warned her bad things could happen, but Carly said she doesn't care. But she may change her tune if Michael explodes at his mom for meddling and making things worse. So Carly may regret it if Michael becomes so mad he cuts her out of his life. And it wouldn't be the first time he cut a parent out of his life. He did it with Sonny not that long ago. Michael reacts to Sasha, Jason, and the baby secret. Plus, Michael may be stunned to see how close Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, are now. Sasha's pregnant with Michael's baby, as you know, and said that she didn't want him involved. Part of that was the custody stuff, but Michael's coming home and he's going to see Jason increasingly involved with Sasha and her pregnancy. Michael may not like Jason pretending to be the baby daddy. He did agree to it, but to see it up close and personal may sting, so Michael could be jealous on General Hospital. And there's a chance the subterfuge may not matter anyway because of the custody hearing and what could come out. The custody hearing and the paternity test bombshell. In early June, we've got Michael and Willow's court date that could blow up lives. Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, may have found out Michael and Sasha's baby secret. When Willow hired Rick to be her new lawyer, he said he could find things out that Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, didn't. We know he's more ruthless. And let's face it, Rick's devious, and he just served Sasha Gilmore a subpoena to testify at Michael's custody hearing. She's panicking. She asked Jason why. Could be that Rick Lansing dug up proof that Michael and Sasha slept together. I mean, people at the Brown Dog Bar no doubt saw Michael and Sasha drunk, maybe even making out. We don't know. Then there's the hotel clerk that checked him into the room for their one-night stand. There are options, and Rick might have dug deep and come up with pay dirt. Right after that, Sasha turned up pregnant. So yeah, Rick might suspect Michael is the father of Sasha's baby. General Hospital. Michael's explosive return. Then Rick may demand a paternity test to see if Michael committed adultery, which would negate anything that they say in court about Willow hooking up with Drew. So, if the secret's out, Michael might make a play for Sasha now that he's coming back. Jason's in the mix now. That could complicate things. And with Sonny trying to get out of the mob business, it should decrease Sasha's concerns about any danger from that aspect. Not that pretending Jason's her baby daddy is necessarily safe either. So Michael's return is going to flip Port Charles upside down, and it looks like it may be happening sooner rather than later. I'm super excited to see if it's going to be Rory Gibson in the role or another hunk we might know from another soap. Watch for an explosive end to the nurses' ball and whether we get recast Michael as the party crasher.